So a word that really bothers me in this sort of community is anti-aging, because it sort of implies there's something inherently wrong with aging, and there's not. I think what's really trying to be said there is that, okay, there are like these certain physical attributes that we attribute to aging. And some of these physical, attributes, it is a valid, indication of something going on with the skin health. Sunspots or hyperpigmentation, those are all indications of photo damage or UV radiation damage. And I think that actually is important, to consider, given, that skin cancer is the most predominant cancer. And there are ingredients that have been shown to actually, like people say, reverse the signs of aging. Well, more important than that, it's not about reversing the signs of aging. It's about like reversing photo damage, reversing UV damage. And the side benefit or side effect would be that, maybe your skin appearance changes, but the main goal should always be the health of your skin. And I think that's really lost. And maybe not intentionally. I'm not making this video to be critical or judgmental of anyone. I just think it's a sort of start a thought journey on this. Like, can you shift your perspective about your skin to look at it more from a skin health perspective? Like, if you have what you would consider a skin issue, can you look at that, and instead of being critical of yourself and feeling like you don't look good enough or something, can you look at it instead as, okay, what is this indicating about my skin health? And what kind of, ingredients or products can I incorporate into my skincare routine to improve my overall skin health? And I think the most important thing, in my view, would be, protecting against UV and photo damage. So I think it's worth considering the channels that you're subscribed to within the beauty, skincare, makeup community. How did you first find those channels? And what made you want to stay or subscribe to them? So for me personally, the way that I came to realize my passion for makeup artistry was actually by accident. I was struggling with, self-image things. I had pretty severe acne. My forehead was just covered in acne. And I remember really feeling not good enough because of that. And so while searching for ways to get clear skin, I remember that's literally what I searched in the YouTube search bar. I was like, how to get clear skin. I found Candy Johnson's video. She had a video all about, how to get clear skin. And her whole vibe and energy she just was so positive. And after I watched that video, I was like, wow, I really wanted to watch more from her. So I found, her makeup artistry videos where she would transform into these characters, Disney characters, sort of like cosplay. And I was like, wow, this is I don't know, it was really therapeutic for me to watch it. And then I discovered how much I enjoyed makeup artistry through that. And something I realized, thinking about it recently, I don't think I realized this before, but I think makeup has always been sort of a meditative experience for me, in that it's like the one hobby I have where I feel like I can be like completely in the moment and like immersed in that, and like not, thinking about sort of external circumstances, or also not thinking about the outcome of the makeup artistry either. Like, I just really enjoy it. And I've always really loved art in general, and I painted. There was a while where I like painted with acrylic paint, and I remember, even though I enjoyed it, like I would get so anxious at the end that I was like gonna just destroy, hours or weeks worth of work. Um, and so I really think that's why, for me, makeup artistry is so almost therapeutic, I guess, because I just can enjoy it for what it is, and I'm not worried about the outcome. I'm not worried about, it's not that serious. I can just, it's temporary, and I can wash it off if I don't like it. And um, on the flip side of that, I have been on the opposite end of that spectrum before, so that's why I'm saying I don't mean this video in a judgmental way at all, because I have definitely at one point in my life, I guess, was using it as a way like to feel more adequate. Like, I felt like like I needed, makeup to like cover imperfections or whatever. And I would say that's when I'm like unhappiest, when it's like I take this thing that's been so like beautiful and like therapeutic for me, and then like turn it into this thing where it's like, oh, I need to look a certain way to, I don't know, feel more accepted or something like that. I'm not at all judging like people that like enjoy wearing makeup to like enhance, certain features about their appearance. Like, I don't see any issue with that at all. So I just want to make that clear. For me, I just wanted to share that I really think that when I look at skincare from a skin health perspective, not, like what do I need to change about my appearance? It's like, no, like what are these sort of like physical attributes kind of like telling me about my skin? Is my skin barrier compromised? And do I have photo or UV damage? Because that's really important to address. Yeah. And for makeup, I've been most happy when I look at it from more of an artistic expression approach versus, feeling like I need to look a certain way. I've also experienced, the effect it can have, like if you're going through a health issue. So like there was one point where I was really struggling with my health a lot. Every time I, looked in the mirror, I would like, I really looked unhealthy, and I really looked, to me, I interpreted the way I look as, oh wow, I really look sick. And it would kind of have this effect. I would almost feel worse. I kind of lost my passion for makeup at that point, because I was just, in a lot of pain, and I was just trying to like kind of get through the day every day. I was experiencing like it was like a chronic pain that I'm very thankful that I found the solution to. I remember like there was one day where I was like really experiencing that pain, and I had to give like a presentation. I put makeup on that day, But I remember when I looked in the mirror, like, it's like the focus, when I looked in the mirror, like, I wasn't focusing on, like, oh, I look unhealthy. It was like, oh, like, I have, some kind of artistic expression in this. And what I'm trying to say is, I also understand that the effect that makeup can have, like, psychologically, as well. Like, if you are not, if you're struggling with not feeling well and you look in the mirror and you feel like there are signs of what you want to interpret or what you think other people are going to interpret. But I would say in this case, it's more important how you're interpreting it. You're interpreting it as, oh wow, I look unhealthy, versus, I think, so I really felt like makeup for me, I thought it had been so long since I had worn it because I was in pain all the time. It it really did have a big effect on my psyche, like just seeing myself sort of look healthy again. And I think that did have a huge psychological effect on me, because I remember, like, I I felt a lot better that day. I didn't really have, like, the pain was still there, but it was like every time I looked in the mirror, it was like I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at, you know, like maybe like it enhanced my eyes or something. And so, like, I wasn't looking at the signs of, like, like maybe, like, for me, like, I had like a lot of, like, kind of like dark circles under my eyes at the time, and like just my skin looked pretty dull, because I was, those were indications that I was having health issues for sure. But so for the first time in like months, I like felt like I was interpreting like my appearance as if I looked healthy. And I always felt like there was something, to me, makeup artistry and skincare have always been much deeper than just like trying to alter your appearance. It's, again, for me, it's like skin health and a form of artistic expression with the makeup. So I would like to hear what you guys think about this, but um, I I would really like to try to, like, tie, anytime I talk about skincare on my channel or makeup on my channel, like, I really want it to be from that light, from that perspective. And I really want to be able to express that well, because I think that there are so many videos out there where people, it's like, I really think so many people come to YouTube, the beauty community, and they're like, I've got to do this to look better, to be accepted. And I really hope that we can start having like a more healthy conversation around it. Like, okay, your skin is like for me today, my skin looks kind of oily. And I actually did, like, my kind of immediate thought before I started filming this video was, oh, I should probably try to, like, cover up that, or like cover up this pimple. But then I was like, it doesn't matter. It, like, it's an indication that maybe I'm having a bit, maybe I need, maybe I can find some products that will help control or equilibrate oil production, which I know are like green tea and red algae. I know they both do that. So, but focusing on looking at it like that and not looking at it like as if I don't look good enough. So I will be reviewing a lot of sunscreens in my upcoming videos. Again, to help protect against photo damage, but also there are ingredients like retinoids, vitamin A derivatives, that actually have scientific evidence to support that they actually can reverse UV damage in the skin. The two ingredients that you really need, if you want to say like anti-aging, again, I don't like that term, but anti-aging in the sense that you're, preventing signs of aging, such as like the UV damage, are sunscreen and retinoids or vitamin A derivatives. Like, basically, like, if you can have, like, those are probably the two most important, and you don't even need the retinoids, right? I mean, unless you have, photo damage, then it's really good to consider incorporating. But I would say like sunscreen is the most important skincare ingredient or product. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share. I hope that my intention has come across here. I want it to be a positive message, so I really hope that that is coming across. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. How do you think that we can change the conversation, change the language that we use around talking about skincare so that it's a more positive approach and looking at it from skin health? So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.